Hello, once again, we're back with the third video on Digit channel, the challenge, the final one. Okay, so as we have seen in the part one, in the first video for Digit challenge, I introduced what is a Digit challenge question, talked about like very simple strategies, did talk about like you have to do questions in 30 seconds. I keep on telling this, and the question level of difficulty is going to increase and going to get difficult. Okay, this is what happened in part 2 where the questions were getting slightly difficult, more number of unknowns, more number of variables, more number of usage of minus, sign, subtraction, all that was coming. Now with this sequence, digit challenge 3 is going to be like having still slightly more difficult question. That's what the primary aim of this video. So be with this video, watch the video, I would like to repeat, please pause the video, look at the question, pause the video, try to solve it in 30-35 seconds and then try to match the answer. Okay? Yes. So that's how we're going to move on. Let's look at the part 3 now. Questions for part 3. Okay. Okay, so the first one, as expected, you are seeing, okay, more blanks. Certainly more blanks, 1, 2, 3, 4, more blanks. And you can see more negatives as well, minus. So whenever this negative is coming, it is like making things difficult for us. Okay, so I have plus 9 over here. Finally resulting into 2 on the right side. Something, this is the numbers getting multiplied, this is the minus, and this is like something over here with an addition plus. Okay, something you towards the end added a 9, even you can see towards the end you added even a 9, then also it resulted only in a 2. So negatives were like dominating, they were like more in terms of magnitude, and then you added a 9 and then you got a 2. Okay, so for this I'll let's see what I can choose. Two blanks over here for third and fourth, so I have options like these: 1 3 2 3 3 4. I prefer, I believe, 3 4, because let's say, or maybe a 2 3, but this is also going to be like my choice is also going to be dependent on what is going to be the second blank, because second is also negative. 8 and a 9, okay, kind of. So it's like let me quickly try, but I will not try 1 and 3. I'm not going to try 1 and 3 for the start. So I am going to look, let's say, for 2 and 3. Let's say 2 and 3 would make it effectively a minus 6 plus 9, and I have with 2 3 I have a 9 over here, which will be again you can say minus 6 and a minus 9, minus 15, and a plus 9. Plus 9 is going to be a minus 6 and 8. If I put a 8, it worked and it matched. Okay, so that was fairly simple. If you go by step, what was my first realization? First realization, something, all this thing, you add a 9 and still you get a 2. So what does it mean? Let's say before adding this 9, it was like moreover negative. So moreover negative, so I would give some weightage, more bigger numbers to negative. So when you looked at the options with the multiplication, because multiplication towards the end was negative, so I had an option, either I choose a 1 3 1 3 2 3 and a 3 4. So I did not I did not go for 1 3. I was all the time looking for 2 3 and 3 4. I could have tried 3 4 as well, but let's say towards the end I went in for a kind of a moderate choice. I went in for 2 and 3, and then things straight away worked for me. Okay, and it is going to work for you as well if you just observe the left hand side and right hand side precisely. Okay. Okay, so let's have a look at this particular question right now. This is seems to be a complex one, and let's have a look at it closely. Something negative getting multiplied with 1. Okay, so I have options over here: 1 1 1, and I have other options like 4. Something is getting multiplied with 1, and I'll start off with, let's say, multiplied with 1 will make it the same as, like, whatever the number is going to be there. So, but still, so I'll prefer start with this 4, which is an option, which is different option. So if I put a 4 over here, so that's effectively going to be a minus 4, and I'm done with this. And then because this is a separate option, I'm going to put all of them over here, 3 and a 2, and let me check will it work or not. So minus 4, and then I'm going to get a 3 over here, and a minus 2 and a minus 2, plus 6 and plus 1. So if I add them, this is going to be 7, and minus 4 will make it a 3, 6, and minus 4. Just give me a second. Okay, this is going to be 7 and 3 left over, 6. 6 minus 4 is 2. It is not working. Okay, so this does not work. You can also, I'm using my eraser. If let's say you were doing it on the software, you could have used this delete button over here. This delete button I'm referring to. So it did not work. So let me come back over here. I have three options. So I'm just going to put a 1 over here. So this is going to be effectively then only a minus 1. And let me have a look at the options. So towards the end, you're adding a plus 6 and you're deducting a minus 2 as well. So I will go with let's say subtraction. I go for the bigger number, comparatively bigger number. So this, which is going to be a second. So I will prefer these two for the start. So these two, 4 is same, common, and 6 is also common. And so, and either I have a choice of 5 or 1. Let me have a look at it, what it is becoming. So it is going to be 4 plus 6 is going to be 10, and a minus 6 will make it a minus, 4, and a minus 2 will make it a 2, and a minus 1 will make it a 1, and you add a 2. So 2 to it, and thereby this is going to be my right answer. So I have a quick recap. I started with let's say I had these three options of 1 1 1. I should have gone in for this, but let's say I tried with this because let's say minus 1 into 1 would mean a minus 1. So I thought like it might work the other way around. But okay, then we came back to using either of the three, for because it is towards the end 6 and then it's a minus 2, something like a plus 4 adding, and then again you're getting a 3. So for the negative I preferred a bigger number. So for bigger number, then I had two choices, either this or this. And then when I just quickly just started putting the numbers over here with the B and D choice, 4 and 6, because moreover the 4 and 6 were same, 1 was same. I was only left with a choice to make of 5 and a 2 for the third position. When I just wrote an equation, it quickly came out to be the D option. Okay, so that's about this particular question. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Okay, this is again going to be, that's for sure, this is getting complex all the time. Okay, so you look at this. This is something, okay, minus. This is a minus. Okay, so let's start with it. I have something added to 9, and this is subtracting, getting subtracted, and this is 8 into something which is a negative. Okay, 8 into something. I'll prefer a bigger number because towards the end you add a 9 and still you get a 3. So 8 into something bigger will be, which is for the second blank, 2, 4, 2, 4, and a 1. So I'll prefer a 4, I guess. 4, is it going to be like okay or too far-fetched? I believe too far-fetched. So I'll go for 2. So that's going to be a minus 16. Minus 16. So if this is the case, let me just plug in this. This is 9 2 1 6. So if I do the math for it, this is going to be like 15, and you deduct minus 1, so 14, minus 4, so that's going to be 10, and then a minus 16, so that's a minus 6, and 9 minus 6 is a 3, it worked. Okay, so this is perfect. So basic idea, let me recall. 8 into 2. This is where let me just put the things back in perspective once again. Okay, so this is something like I started with 8 into something. 8 into something was like I had a choice of 4, 2, and 4 and 1. 4 would make it 8 into 4 is 32. So that's going to be like a real big number. So that's not going to be the case. 1 is going to be small. So I always went in, I am going in for 2. Once I go in for 2, for this kind of a question, this is like a pretty straightforward then, because only one of them has this option. So 9216, I'm just going to plug in over here and this is going to work. Okay, great. Let's have a look at the next question. Okay, so digit challenge, till now we have been seeing an equation, but there is nothing restricted. Okay, you are getting an equation all the time for a digit challenge, but things might change, and you can see very well this is an inequality now. Okay, so this is an inequality. Okay, so inequality. So I'll tell you what is the case otherwise with the game aptitude as well. Let's face it. Let's face it head to head. Game aptitude, in general, I would say it's not difficult. It's very simple because you're not using some new concepts or something like this. But the point is, it is like the awareness. What kind of question? Because it should not come as a surprise. Because if a question comes as a kind of a surprise, many students get them wrong. So that's the bigger problem with in game for game aptitude in general. And things can go, a surprise can happen over here with digit challenge as well. So because you are working with the 3 minute section on digit challenge and you are just getting equations and you're happy with it, you somehow are going along well, and suddenly an inequality comes and you see, oh, what is it? So certainly these things can happen. So let's have a look at this inequality. So nothing much, you know this kind of a math. So this is an inequality. This is a lesser than sign. So you for this you start plugging in the values. So if you plug in 2 into 3, let's say I'm using this option, and 3 into 6 and z into 2. So you quickly do the math. 6 minus 18. This is going to be minus 12 and a minus 16. So that will make, if you put you using a modulus over here, so that's going to be 16. So 16 is going to become minus 16. Modulus will be, let me write it, minus 16 modulus is going to be 16, so which is not lesser than 10. So this does not work. Similarly, I'll try the options for other options, and 2 into 4 would be a 8, and 3 into 5 minus 15, and z again it's going to be like more negative than 10, and when you take a modulus it's going to be more. So it is also not going to work. If I try this one, let's say trying this one, it seems to be okay. Let's say this is a 10. Let me erase it. Let me put the numbers back. Okay. So let's say if I try this one, this is a 10 and this is a 6. So that's going to be minus 8 till now. 10 minus 18, minus 8. And this is going to be minus 4. So minus 4 minus 18, that's going to be minus 22 and 12. Once again, it is going to be more. Did not work. So yes, you left with the last option. This is going to be the right answer. Okay. So you're getting this idea. There can be an inequality. Okay, so with this we end the digit challenge questions. So this is digit challenge is one kind of question which you might get, one kind of a game, as to say. As I've been telling you from the introductory video, you will get 8 games. So digit challenge can be one of the games. Let me put it back. The questions are fairly simple. You have seen nothing of a new concept. You just need to figure out what are the unknowns with the variables in the equation. But you have also seen with the progress of the videos that the things can get difficult, and basic strategies would be as I have been discussing in the video. So keep it to the basic strategies, and I hope you will be able to do digit challenge questions well in the exam. Okay, thanks for watching videos on digit challenge. I believe you're watching all the videos of all the games I've made for Cape Gemini, so please continue watching them. Okay, thanks.